Indigenous people inspire me by their worldviews and by their perseverance and philosophy, and in so many ways I think Indigenous people have so much to teach us and so many creative ways of expressing themselves and putting up their struggles for their rights. I think it's very deeply inspiring me in my everyday work.
Indigenous peoples inspire me because of their rich culture, and we can learn so much from them. And I think right now we really need to learn a lot in the climate crisis we are living, how to reconnect with the nature and reduce our consumption, for example.
This year I've been following the Samis and their fight for land and culture, and it's been really inspiring to see the way that they have come up with solutions and won this fight.
What I'm really impressed by is the Indigenous movement, how Indigenous peoples have stood together and really tried as much as possible to speak in one voice despite the diversity, the geographical diversity, cultural diversity, and how they have really found their commonalities and been so strong in their movement pushing for their rights, no matter where they come from, where they live in the world.
What inspires me about working with Indigenous peoples is their bravery. The fact that regardless of any risk that they face, they are always speaking truth to power.
It has been such an inspiration for me to work with Indigenous peoples for many, many years. I really admire the determination of Indigenous peoples. They are facing so many hardships and problems, and yet what I've seen is that they are working with so strong commitment and determination and so focused, and even though they are up against the most powerful forces in the world, they still manage to keep up very, very high spirits and continue the struggle. So I think this is great inspiration for all of us.
Indigenous peoples are inspiring me because they are crucial for our global existence for many reasons. Indigenous peoples possess extensive traditional knowledge about their local environment, developed over millennia. Indigenous peoples have a deep spiritual and cultural connection to their land and natural resources. And their sustainable management of resources is a model for stewardship that can benefit conservation and protect our environment globally.
Indigenous peoples inspire me to keep on learning, to keep on questioning my biases and my belief, and well, they give me hope to keep on fighting for a better and more human future.
So what inspires me about Indigenous peoples is their resilience, and despite all the pressures, despite centuries of colonization and land dispossession and rights dispossession, they continue thriving, they continue inventing new ways of living, and at the same time keeping their century-old wisdom and power.
For me, Indigenous peoples inspire me every day because of their resilience, because of their tenacity, because of their commitment to fight for their rights, and to constantly push for a better world, a more just world, and a more inclusive world. It's fuel for the fire every day that keeps us going and fighting for a better future for all of us.